According to an unconfirmed report citing Israeli sources, Israeli President Barack Obama's first order of business when he visits Israel later this month will be to extract a firm commitment to uproot the Jews living in Judea and Samaria in preparation for the birth of the Palestinian state. Obama has already messaged Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that he wants to see a firm timetable for a unilateral Jewish withdrawal when he arrives, reported the news website World Tribune. One of the quoted sources told the website that the implication is that if Israel won't give Obama something he can work with, then he'll act on his own. But not everyone is so certain Obama's focus will be a Palestinian state. Former Israeli ambassador to the U.S., Zalman Shoval, on Sunday noted that a recent important foreign policy symposium in Washington had not at its all focused on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The opposite would certainly be the case where Obama preparing to make a major diplomatic push on the front, explained Shovel. Shovel, who is a regular informal advisor to Netanyahu, believes the visit will focus much more on the Iranian threat. It might be that Obama and his administration has realized, like outgoing Israeli Defense Minister Ehud Barak, that the chances of concluding a genuine, long-lasting peace deal with the current Palestinian leadership is next to nothing. Barak told the annual AIPAC conference in Washington that while he continues to advocate a two-state solution, reaching such an agreement together with the Palestinians at this time is impossible. Well, I would probably say that the Iranian situation will have to be taken care of first before Israel will be in a state of peace. So I look for the Iranians to come to some type of conclusion for too long before war does break out between the U.S., Iran, Israel, and anyone else who may be involved. This situation with Iran is getting to the point to where they're either going to have to drop their nuclear program or they're going to have to face the consequences. What those consequences are, I don't think it will be war at this point. I think they're going to make a decision to get to the level in which is acceptable to the United States. But it's already been determined that if something isn't done, that other nations in the Middle East are going to start seeking nuclear weapons. In fact, Commander of U.S. Central Command General James Mattis said Tuesday that at least one other nation has told him at the leadership level they will seek nuclear weapons if Iran goes nuclear. Whether or not that is true or not is up to debate. A report produced by the Center for American Security stated that Saudi Arabia, as well as other states, would be unlikely to develop nuclear weapons if Iran were to acquire nuclear weapons. So some reports are indicating that there might be some rush toward a nuclear weapon if Iran were to go nuclear, and others say that's not likely going to be the case. So I think what will be going on March 20th and so on will say a lot of what the future has to say regarding the peace process. Now, frankly, I still believe that at some point in time after the rapture of the church, that the Antichrist will rise up out of the European Union and he will bring peace. So I really don't have a whole lot of faith that Obama is going to bring any type of peace process in any time soon. But you have to remember the key to the situation is the rapture of the church. Once the rapture of the church takes place, things will change dramatically and forever. Things that were moving along in slow motion seemingly will move into hyper speed. A peace process that previously was seen as impossible will be suddenly possible. But it will be interesting to see how this Iranian situation does turn out and how it is solved, if nothing more than temporarily, before Russia leads an Islamic world down upon Israel. Now, is that possible? It could be before the rapture of the church. Yeah, it's possible that could take place before the rapture of the church, but I think unlikely. since Ezekiel 38 does say that Israel would be in peace and safety when this situation does come crashing down on them. So I think I'm looking at a peace process before that, and once the peace process brought in, there will be war. As I've always said, the order of events I believe is rapture, peace, and safety, and then sudden destruction. I still think that is the order that will follow. This video is going to be a little shorter than normal, so I'm just going to sign off and say, listen, if you don't know the Lord as Savior, today would be the day to make that decision. This is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.